wisdom is really coming to play when you strike a fine balance between the finances and then love. And when it gets well oiled with great communication and teamwork.
Joining our conversation now is another guest. He has a profile. Let's see it.
We welcome you to Weekend Deal today, Dandy Ade Palmer.
Thank you.
Fashion designer, entrepreneur, role player too. Mm-hmm. So you are stepping into a very interesting role today. We're going to assume that at some point in your life, you're looking to propose to a lady, the bone of your bone, expectedly. Okay, we can't wait to come and join you that day and celebrate.
I can't wait myself.
You can't wait, oh, I like that.
Nice one. Nowadays, we find that many young people focus more on the fried rice, the different meal courses, the 10 or 15 outfits they wear, much more than what will happen after that day. Mm-hmm. But before I jump the gun, are you in a relationship? Are you going to be proposing soon? Will it be a public display?
I'm talking with someone.
Talking stage.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm interested in someone.
Yeah, this Gen Z.
Is she aware that you are interested in her?
Yeah.
Are you her only?
No, I can't vouch. I can only speak for myself.
Then you intend to propose? You've not done your due diligence?
Times are crazy. You know, crazy. I can only speak for myself. So when you start saying we are in love, no, I'm in love with someone.
Where is the
I can't
area
speak
of
for the
love?
person. Huh?
Where is the area of trust and love? When you are going to be proposing to somebody, you don't trust her.
No, trust her.
If she trusts, you should be able to say that yes, categorically, she's for
Yeah, it depends on what one is looking out for.
Okay.
Personally, I look out for peace, friendship.
Okay.
When I'm in a friendship with a female and I find some level of satisfaction in just seeing her happy, at that point I know I'm in love with her. Because everything I do, I now want to just, I know when I do like this, it makes her smile. And when I see her crack that smile, it gives me, so.
But love or money though?
For me.
Love or money though? Would you like, when you finally get hitched to her, if it's a case of you want to provide for all her needs, would you expect her to
provide? The man is supposed to provide. I believe so.
Yes.
Because God created everything. Everything revolves around the man. The woman is more like a support system for the man. She's his inspiration to be all things. And then God threw in a little something to make it interesting. He made intercourse pleasurable to me. So the procreation period, is not so boring and all of that. So even though we abuse it, I'm guilty myself. But God designed everything to revolve around the man. So the woman is supposed to inspire the man to be at his all-time best. But unfortunately, the woman doesn't offer anything aside that sexual pleasure. So that's more like, that's your reward and that's it. Nothing else. And again, I believe love. I pick love over that finance, whatever, because
the question is, will you want your wife?
He has said yes.
I'd said yes. I want to provide, but I wouldn't mind support. Yeah, I wouldn't mind
a support.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because at time will come in the marriage when the expenses will be so alarming, and just a little thing will store up anger in you. Then the next thing is, you, this woman, you are just here to come and devour me. It's happening. Let's be realistic.
Most people just sort of like shoot themselves in the foot from beginning because you're getting for the wrong reasons. You know, when as a woman you already put your peg on, the man has to have this. He has to earn 6 figures and nothing less. First of all, you have eliminated 85% of eligible men globally. 85% are not earning 6 figures on a global scale. Let's put it in naira.
Okay.
So you are left with 15%. Half of this 15% are married. You are left with 7.5.
Yes.
3.5 out of these 7.5 have a weird sexual orientation such that maybe some are attracted to men.
They don't even know what
So
they
you are
are.
left with 4%. And inside this 4%, you want him to be tall, you want him to be dark, you want him to be God-fearing, you want him to be this. You have this mental picture of what you want. And then you have eliminated like another 3. So you're left with 1%. And men that earn that kind of money have their own desire. He himself gets your own woman when you want. Are you that?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Let's go.
Very interesting feedback there.
Love is beautiful.
This is
That's
interesting.
something.
You know, my heart leapt when I heard that. It didn't leap for Dandio. It didn't leap for Reverend Baja. It leapt when I heard the time. So, Dr. Julie has spoken a bit. Same with Reverend Baja. Let's come to you, Dandy. Based on all what you've heard from, let me say, elders, being married for over 3-4 decades, what has changed in your own view? Are there things you want to re-examine based on where you are with a view to tightening some things?
You can't know everything. I learn every day. I learn randomly from the conductor, the average guy, everywhere. And I try to not speak unless I'm spoken to, if I'm amongst elders. So when I'm giving audience, I really say, you know that I've been listening. You know, so I picked a lot. From her angle, there's how I feel like I can fine tune my woman, you know, towards a certain angle, and from things he has said, I could just work on myself to, you know, become a better spouse in long run. And that brings me back to, I think there was a comment, someone said something about a club.
She goes to club, but she's
there's a
good girl.
popular saying that goes, you stand for inside garage, you know, kuku means say you be Bentley. So being in the church doesn't mean you're a good person, or like vice versa. There are good people in the club. Sometimes some people just be like, I want to just hear this loud music, just clear my mind. I'm a weird guy. Sometimes I just wake up and take walks around 3 a.m. if I can't sleep and I'm working maybe writer's block or whatnot. So at the same time, I still feel like there's something we left untouched, sort of. That whole mommy's boy, daddy's girl thing. I feel it's a very big and sensitive topic that we tend to shy away from. Because personally, if I can't imagine being in a relationship with a female, okay, and like we're married, and now I'm like, babe, let's change the curtains. I think these are old or old-fashioned or whatnot. And she's like, I have to call my dad. I'm like, okay, babe, let's go for a vacation. I think we should let's go Bahamas now. Let's go here. Let's go. And she's like, nah, I have to check in with my dad. You might as well go make a baby with your dad. No, what's going on?
The issue is during courtship, those things has to be discussed. Because most times we shy away from those facts. And that's why after marriage, it becomes a problem. In our own time, we were not told, we were not opportuned, we were not bold enough to ask questions. These days, you have to ask the questions. How are we going to live our life? What kind of lifestyle are we going to live? How many children are we going to have? How are we going to be spending the money? Who takes
this mommy's boy, daddy's girl, is he always bad? They have some advantages.
Well, no. Talk about
marriage that. Marriage is between husband and wife.
The two shall become one.
The two shall cleave to become one. So what you need to discuss is, how are we going to take care of our parents?
I think tomorrow we're going to even. I think our topic tomorrow is on the traditional rules of in-laws. We're going to delve more on this. Somebody, before I go on the last break, somebody said, "Your guest, Reverend Baja, is a doer, not a seer. He practices what he says. If possible, I would choose him again and again as my brother-in-law. Yes, he's married to my sister, Dr. Ronke Baja." Okay, so
Is back to the studio. Final words. Let me start with you, Dandy. One phrase.
Okay, just be yourself, be honest, be open about your intentions. If they love you for you, it's a win.
Reverend Baja.
Love is caring, it's responsibility, it's respect.
Dr. Julie.
God has 2 commandments for couples in relationship. Husband, love your wife unconditionally as God loves the church. And wife, submit to your husband as unto God.
okay.
Patience.
I'll just say, somebody wrote to me, I said, love without money na trouble, oh. Money without love na wahala, oh. But the two together is so sweet. Balance.
I would say, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. If you are choosing money and things go south, silently enjoy it. If you choose love and things don't work out, live with it too. But if you want to mix and match as we are wont to do often, well, I'm riding with you all the way. God bless us all. Bye-bye.
Bye.